What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Went half a Tasman window. But this time we got a different little topic. In this topic, I'm talking about how to be safe, stealth man mode. You know what I'm saying? How to do this stealth life. A lot of people been asking. Can't go yet. I had a few people wondering lately, you know what I'm saying? Where do we be parking at? Like, where do we park? Like, people want to know, where do you park?
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed.
And you know what? I would say, if you got a van similar to mine, which is a cargo van, you could park anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's just best to be in an area that's well lit. Be in an area where you blend in, where you don't stand out. For instance, here go a block full of cars. And as I'm passing, Marshmallow right there. It's just like every other car on the block. We don't stand out. Nothing special. But yo, another thing to keep in mind. You want to have these blacked out windows. I got a tent all around my windows so you can't be all up in there. That's a good key to being stealth while being on the road. Say what's up, Macy, real quick. Like me personally, I really enjoy parking off the streets. I like parking off the neighborhoods because one, I get great Wi-Fi a lot of times, so it allows me to, still search online, post, and for us to go ahead and edit the videos as well. But also, it allows us to be like stealth. No one knows we're there. The biggest thing though is at night is when you got to consider the amount of noise you make, and you also got to keep in mind that you can't have your lights on really bright because anyone passing by in the nighttime could get spooked by seeing the lights on in your car or hearing like little giggling or laughing because you're watching the show or something like that. So you got to be mindful of all of those type of things. Another thing to keep in mind when you're out here is that when you're choosing a spot, make sure that it's a location where there is no type of signs like no trespassing or private property or 2-hour parking maybe, because then that all makes it a little bit more difficult for you, you know what I'm saying? Because now you got to do the extra work to, be on the lookout to see if anybody's trying to call the cops or get your vehicle towed, and you don't need that being on the road, I'm sure. Another thing to be mindful of when being on the road and when it comes to finding parking is to make sure that it's on a flat surface, meaning that sometimes I've been in cities like San Francisco where they got these crazy hills and you could park on them, but bet in the morning, you know what I'm saying, you could be a little disheveled, you know what I'm saying, you could be a little, confused, and you got your legs up in the air now. That's not cool. So I mean stay on a place where it's grounded, you know what I'm saying, a flat surface, so you don't have to worry about the stuff in your car being, every which way. Another thing to be mindful of is be aware of your surroundings, meaning that don't set yourself up for a night where you're not going to sleep, meaning don't park where it's a lot of noise going on, like construction or any type of, what do you want to call it, like trains or anything like that, because all that stuff makes noise, Another thing you could be mindful for when looking for good parking is that there's good lighting around you. Over here, as you can see where I'm at, there's a whole light pole right under me, so that grants me access to the point where if someone was thinking about trying to break in or force an entry, they'll think again maybe because it's in a more well-lit area. Another thing to be mindful of when, choosing parking, a good tip was to arrive late and leave early. Meaning that, like, first thing in the morning, make sure that you're leaving your spots and you're already working on finding another spot for that night. Because that's a big thing. And I guess you could call me victim to it. I've done it a few times myself where I've stayed in the same parking spot for like more than a day. And after I parked it there for more than a day, someone had got a little bit of suspect and they got a little nervous and they called the cops on us, you know what I'm saying? Because they thought we was up to no good, even though we was minding our business. But that just goes to show you want to be in an area where you can be in and out, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be stuck in any one spot so that people start to notice that you're there. Another thing is to be mindful of, instead of you parking somewhere where it's gated, you know what I'm saying, park somewhere where it's already open. So just in case if night falls come and security or whatever is coming to look for you, you can get out of the facility that you're in. You know what I'm saying? People mess around and they get stuck inside of these gates, and it's like you can't go nowhere until the next day until someone else opens the gate, and that's not always a good look for you. So be mindful of that, to stay somewhere where you can have a good exit. You know, you just gotta be mindful, really mindful where you are, and really plan things. That's all it's about, planning. You gotta plan, and I'm learning this every day. I'm getting a little better. You know, I'm trying to at least be better at planning and being on time with these things, because this is the difference between getting caught and not getting caught, you know? Stealth life, though. Tinted windows, light posts on the side of a residential area, but it's fenced, so you know what I'm saying, it's still privacy between my van and their home, but I also get great Wi-Fi. So this is just some stuff to keep in mind. I hope this helps you guys out. I hope it answers the questions of where and how we park. It just really depends on the town and the city that you're in, because I will say this is different parking than what we were doing when we were in more of a open rural area, which was more fun, I think, because we actually had the opportunity to open up the doors and just kind of really like lounge out. But now that we're in like the city or whatever, it's kind of harder a lot of times to go about and, you know, just have the doors open and just enjoy van life in a sense. But almost forgot this one, but you got to make sure as well that, you know, you want to be respectful when it comes to parking your car in these people's neighborhoods and these people's communities, because we're already, you know, granted a great thing that we don't have to pay for a lot of things that these other people are paying for. For instance, I'm like using Wi-Fi that I'm not paying for. I'm using, you know what I'm saying, bathrooms and everything else that I didn't have to clean. And all that we ask in return as other van lifers is that we keep it clean so that we can continue doing stuff like this. Imagine if everyone was messy and nasty about, you know, how they go about van life. We wouldn't have a lot of places or a lot of opportunities to still do this. So be respectful of the people, of the neighborhood, of the community. Make sure that when you leave, you try to leave it a better place than what it started, and try not to just leave any reasons for, you know, a problem or someone to make a complaint, because it just makes it harder on all the other van lifers who are out there, you know, doing their best to follow the rules and be good to the community as well. So yeah, this is what it is for now. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Again, it's Taz, one half of Taz and Linda. Peace out.